Welcome to my new Dark and Darker Barbarian guide to help you master the class. I am LT Slayer, and in this video we will be giving you tips, tricks, and a bunch of stuff to get over the edge when mastering the Barbarian.
I'm pushing. We got better gear. Behind you. Cleric, I got him. Kill Cleric. He has nothing he can do. Got him.
So guys, let's start with a quick overview of the class. The Barbarian is Dark and Darker's heaviest hitting class, with the capability of killing enemies with as little as 2 blows to the head with an axe. This class excels in both solo and team play. I mean, you're slow, but you're strong.
You're gonna have to get out of here real quick.
Kill the archer.
Let's quickly go over some pros and cons of our class for today. So let's get down to some of the pros for our class. They are, first of all, very strong and hits the hardest of any class in the game. Secondly, they're good for solo or team play. They can smash doors and chests for that faster, juicy loot, and they have more HP than all the other classes. Some cons are, though, they are very slow, both in movement speed and attack speed, and can be outplayed by faster classes, such as Rogue or Wizard. So guys, let's get into our abilities and perks. So the first 4 perks that you want to be running are Morale Boost, Smash, Berserker, and Carnage. So these perks right now currently, guys, are the meta perks. You want Morale Boost for the health regen. I mean, come on now, it's self-explanatory. Health regen is always good, even if you have a cleric that's healing and stuff. Just having health regen on the fly is just amazing. You want to take Smash. Smash is one of the most enjoyable abilities in the game. You're able to smash a crate in half a second and take all the loot. So it also helps with like breaking blocks and different things like that. So Smash is gonna want to be on your list. We got Berserker, of course. You know, the lower you are, the more damage you do. You can literally stack up to like an 18% damage boost after multiple successful kills. So Berserker is definitely going to be in that slot, and we're going to finish up with Carnage. Carnage is just great. It's just a good offensive passive. So those are the 4 perks that you're going to be running. Those are meta currently, and yeah. Now, as far as abilities, we're going to be taking Rage and Savage Roar. These 2 abilities are meta right now. If you're not running these 2 abilities, I don't know what you are doing. This is the meta. With Rage, you're able to get a movement speed buff, and you're also able to get a buff to your strength and another attribute, I believe. This is good for closing gaps, pushing players, chase downs, etc., you name it. Our other ability is going to be Savage Roar. This is 100% hands down the best PvE ability in the game. It frightens PvE off for, I believe, 2 seconds, and it lowers their physical damage bonuses. So these 2 abilities are just a must-have. PvE, PvP, whatever, you need these 2. Okay guys, on to one of the juicier sections of this topic, and that's going to be the gear. What gear should you be wearing? What gear is the best? What's meta? And what should you be purchasing off the trade market? Well, as a Barbarian main, I managed to rank 15th on the Dark and Darker Playtest 3 leaderboards for kills in Highroller lobbies. And out of all that time trying to grind through rankings, there was one thing that stuck with me. And it stuck with me hard. Gear matters. And I mean down to the littlest things as move sets. Even if a guy's gear is better than yours, if you're better with your move set, you can easily outplay him.
Oh, one more.
I hit him.
Dead? No, not dead.
Is that one shot? What the fuck?
What you missed?
What the fuck?
I'm confused.
Now I know a lot of people are particular when it comes to weapons, but for this guy, we're going with the Zweihander. This is hands down the best moveset in the game when it comes to two-handers for the Barbarian. With the Zweihander being faster than most two-hand weapons and giving you unpredictable range when it comes to swinging, it is easily top tier when it comes to PvP. Sporting a comfortable left and right horizontal swing pattern and a passive aggressive forward lunge for a headshot on the retreat. Now, with a good Zweihander complementing your stats and perks with good secondary attributes, this thing can easily be a Highroller S tier weapon.
Yes, let's go.
This is
Rolled them. Rolled them, baby.
Now, far as all the other pieces for your class, you would buy the appropriate piece for your class with the appropriate sub stats that complement your build. But the icing on the cake for this build is the Northern set. This set is absolutely essential if you are running this build. Now, I know some Barbarians run no chest with the extra strength perk for being chestless, but for this build and for high rollers, you're more than likely going to be the tank, and you need to take some damage. You know, along with your morale boost, this is perfect. If you can get one of these legendary or purple with very good sub stats, maybe like physical damage reduction or max health, man, this really tops off this build to make it top tier. And now to the meat and potatoes of our guide, and that's PvP. How you should engage fights, when you should even engage, and what you are to your team comp. Weirdly enough, when it comes to being a good Barb, you have to somewhat have a similar playstyle to a rogue, being more of an ambush character. You know, when are the scariest times when we're most afraid of a Barb? It's not when he's right in front of us, buffing up, but when he smashes a door right behind us while we got our head in the chest. Which brings me to our first tip. Don't open doors to engage. Guys, you don't understand how many times I've seen bad Barbs not take smash and open a door and take damage instantly when they come in to start the fight. You're a Barb. Take smash. Smash the door. Not only is it like a mental thing, but it's just badass, bro. And it helps with breaking blocks and breaking parries. So don't open doors to engage. Now, on to tip number 2, which is going to be, don't retreat backwards 180. Now, when I say this, guys, I'm saying sometimes you're going to lose fights, but if you're losing a fight and you backpedal, more than likely you're going to die. It's better in that situation to hit a jump, hit a quick 180, get a little distance, pop ability, do what you need to do, and then reface your opponent. Don't bag up. He's going to actually walk you down. He's going to you're going to die. So, yeah, 180, guys. Alright, guys, and tip number 3 is going to be StraightHitting. StraightHitting is essentially, as you swing your weapon, you are moving to the side, either left or right. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get a pattern of this is a broken mechanic. It makes you a very hard target to be hit. You know, you're crouching up and down, you're hitting different body parts of them, so it's hard for them to block your shots. It's just a good mechanic to master if you want to take your game to the top. So StraightHitting is going to be tip 3. So guys, tip number 4 is going to be bring campfires for your clerics. This may sound simple or not important, but this is huge. Just bringing an extra campfire for your cleric gives your cleric the ability to spam. I mean, he can spam heals, he can spam protections, he can spam divine strikes, he can spam whatever for the team. And if the cleric can spam, more than likely you guys are staying alive. So this is simple but huge. Just bring an extra campfire. It's 24 gold.
Guys, I don't
bring
have
an
enough
extra
money.
campfire for your cleric. Now guys, down to our final tip for PvP, and that's use your rage ability correctly. The difference between a good barbarian and a bad barbarian is how the rage ability is used. For example, if you're trying to push a room, put your weapon away, pop your Q, push the room, jump through the doorway, pull your weapon out, and use your Q buffs
Oh, one
to
more.
actually have an advantage and a surprise attack on your target.
No, not
Is
dead.
that one shot? What the fuck?
What you missed?
What the fuck?
I'm confused at how he took a.
Now guys, finally, we're going to finish up this vid and guide with role. What you are to the team comp and what position you should play. First of all, you're a Barb. You are not that guy without gear. You should not be pushing head first into a 3v1 without your team backing you up if you do not have gear on. Barb is heavily dependent on gear and team comp. So this is a big failure when it comes to mastering Barb. Your role to your team is called Squishy Popper. The Barb does high burst damage, and his job in a well-rounded team comp is to pop all of the cloth guys. So your role is to kill all the softies. You should be targeting clerics, killing rogues before they go invis, and focusing the archers before they apply too much pressure to you and your team.
Going to get him?
One left.
This is a team wipe for me.
Team wipe him, team wipe him. Get his ass lit. Good shit, boy.
Team wipe! Oh my god!
So guys, that's going to wrap up our Barbarian guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Hopefully in the future, you will be able to use these methods and get some practice on the next playtest, which is February 6th of next month. It is going to be during the Steam Play Test Festival, I guess it is. Steam has a fest, so they decided to come out with it. The next playtest, which is the 4th, which is going to be on February 6th. So I hope to see you guys out there. Hope some of this stuff helped you out, and peace.